If you're interested in getting your replays analyzed, please read my pinned comment below. Thank you and enjoy the video. First advice is to start learning to speed flip. If you don't have the time to invest in learning it, then you should at least flip in some way to get to the ball quicker. Here, you're not being useful just looking at the ball with no boost. We both know it's pretty much impossible for you to reach this ball with no boost. So what can you do? You should have gone and bumped the opponent right in front of you so that there's a chance your mate can have a free shot on net. Example. Here, we attempt to demo bump as mate goes for the ball. You can't go for boost here and you're flipping during contact of the ball by the opponent. If they manage to get good contact and boom this to your net, you'll have no chance of saving it. But if you turn back immediately and get ready for the boom and grab pads as you chase the ball, you'll have a much greater success of not conceding. The lesson here is not to autopilot for boost, but rather pay attention to the car language of all cars. Nice power side turn and awareness of the opponent about to hit it. We're too far back here. You can't expect to apply pressure to the opponent if you're this far back. We oftentimes stay far back because we're afraid of a boom that will go towards our net. You can't let this scare you. If you stay close, there's a good chance you'll be able to stop the boom in the first place. Here's an example of where you should position. So here we speed flip to get closer to the play, and with that we are able to take the ball up the wall and make some sort of play on the ceiling. Okay, not sure what happened here. The opponent goes up the wall. You should be driving up the wall too to challenge him. Your mate is rotating behind you naturally, so they will play second man defense. I know I praised your power slides before, but now you're doing it a bit too much to the point where it's not necessary and it's killing your momentum. Good 50. We were going fast and ready to take a power shot, but instead we slow down and that kills our momentum to take a shot. Perhaps you were afraid you were going to whiff at that travel speed, but just be confident and take a strong shot on net. Example. So here we maintain our speed and take a shot on net which doesn't kill our momentum. Mistake here. Once you took the shot and started to rotate, you have to commit to the rotation, otherwise it will really confuse your mate and make them hesitate. Also, this is super dangerous because if the opponent beats your mate, who's back to defend? No one. Great double here. Considering the ball was over your head and awkward, you did quite well to adjust and get a good goal. This is a key example of why you shouldn't just rotate blindly. Your mate got beat in the corner and you just rotated instead of cutting down the space and stopping the opponent from scoring. Rotating is a principle that you play around, and it's not something you stick to blindly. Example. So here we rotate in a way to cut down the space quickly and we can stop the opponent from making a play on the wall. This is a weird one. Here you take a bit of a heavy first touch, so your mate thinks it's a pass, but ultimately it's on your mate for going here since he needs to see that you're still going for this ball. Okay, this I don't really understand. You barely miss the mid boost, so instead you opt to go even further away from the play to get back boost. Just stop your car, turn and grab mid boost once you missed it. No need to leave your mate on their own with no help. Plus, if they take possession, it could result in a 2v1 against you. You seem to have good aerial mechanics, but your touch to pop the ball wasn't great. Maybe you should spend more time on ground car control. Good pass. So far, I've noticed that you don't have great shooting skills. That, with grinding ground mechanics, could help you rank up a lot. Example. Here, we single jump aerial to get up and above the ball and go for a shot on net. The classic hesitation. Here, we just needed to go as first man because your mate was turning around to get boost. This was your cue to close down the space so your mate can play behind you. I understand why you fake challenge, but I believe you just needed to challenge here. You were going supersonic, so your 50 would have been strong. Plus, if you fake challenge, it leaves the opponent with so much time to make a play, especially since their second man can demo you. I like the pre-flip attempt here to get the dunk in 50. Mid boost is available right there, no need for corner boost. Yeah, shooting is definitely something we need to work on. Don't give the opponent time to make a play he wants to do. Just approach him and force him to do something with the fake challenge. Your mate went for back boost, so hard challenging won't be great. A fake challenge is perfect here. Not sure how your mate doesn't score this. Not a bad attempt on net for 19 boost. Usually I'd recommend just dropping the ball and playing a 50 just to be safe. Okay, the reason why we stop and end up awkward is because we don't pay attention to the behavior of the opponent's car. The moment you grab boost and turn around, look at the opponent's car and you'll clearly see that he is going to hit it to your right wall. Then you'll go up and intercept the ball, doing so with fast speed. Example. So here we prepare and read for the opponent to hit it to the right wall. We go up the wall and play the ball. The trick to not getting past the ball and missing the drop touch is to break slightly and always somewhat be behind the ball. When you're behind the ball, the camera fixes itself where it's easier to handle the ball. Not a bad attempt here, quite good. You don't need to hit this ball away here because you should have seen that the second man was rotating back. Instead, take control and try a flick or air dribble bump since your aerials are pretty decent. Example. With the knowledge of opponent rotating, we can keep composure to control the ball and make a play. Not sure why we break here. Was you unsure about the bounce or something? Maybe you were, but I'm not sure. Either way, you just needed to follow the ball up the wall and try and make a play. Incorrect positioning because you're trying to position centrally to cover net, but it's very difficult for the opponent to score this since his approach to the ball is off. He's approached it from an angle that's difficult to score, but rather he's likely to hit it to the corner. So you need to read this and position accordingly, and it will help you approach the ball. Example. Here, we read where the opponent is likely to hit the ball, and this allows us to be in a better position to deal with the ball as shown here. Good air dribble. You should almost never break and keep a standstill position like this, especially if you're first man. You have to do something. Drive challenge, fake challenge, anything. Here, it's best to fake challenge because we just saw mate rotate back for corner boost. So you need to buy some time for him to grab the boost and reposition. It's very risky to just let the ball bounce off the wall and you just turn and take control. The opponent could easily speed up and take a shot on net without you realizing it. Here, you need to deal with the ball as it bounces to ensure the opponent doesn't touch it. Example. So here, we don't let the ball bounce off the wall here without taking a touch in order to prevent the opponent from taking a shot. Okay, so this concludes the video, and here we have three final considerations that we need to mention and work on. Number one is we need to work on ground mechanics. Obviously, your aerial mechanics are really, really good right now, so spend more time working on ground mechanics, power slide cuts, and just having full control of your car on the ground. And maybe flicks. I don't see you really going for many flicks. That could be something that you could work on. Number two, self-explanatory, just need to spend more time on shooting. Shooting is arguably the most important mechanic in the whole game. The more powerful your shots are, the more accurate your shots are, the quicker you will rank up, no doubt about that. And number three is to be aware of the cars of the opponent's car. This is looking at their behavior, where they're going to hit it, and anticipating for that particular hit. So these are the three things that I would consider you to train and work on.